Hi guys, I thought it was might be cool to see what the answers are of our designers on some of the questions I had. So the answer to the question: the end frame, which forms the primary structure of the fin, is the next thing to glue up. This is done on the bench. If you preform the upper rib to shape, you'll need to support the forward end where the leading edge will fit, as this position will be above your building board height. One of the 21 sheets show how this is achieved. Yeah, so basically means that this piece of wood is pre-shaped, which is like a slight taper in here. I'll have to support it, but I think I'll just leave it square. I'll draw it, but and that's it. Actually, let's just see. I'm going to be using these small sticks. They're like evergreen. I thought it was pretty cool. So I've got these evergreen strips. So it's 1/8. That's what I need. So because this piece is 1 inch, this one is 1 1/4. So I'll stick some of these small blocks, small sticks of plastic. So this will stand at the correct height it needs to be compared to the other one. Then I can just glue them up together, and then after I can shape it to meet this surface. Yeah, again, these you could go back and freeze frame, I guess, to read these things. Okay, question number 2. Rather than slim the rib capping below its critical 3/16 thickness when you build a fin center rib in situation, carefully pre-notch and file your fin upright member, and if necessary the diagonal member, to allow the capping section to follow a smooth curve all the way to the leading edge lamination. You should stop to view the section from close to the building board to ensure that the curve follows the intended profile, which will be similar to the base rib profile. I guess this implies that I should do this rib first, which is going to be sanded well, cut to the tapering shape, and then adjust this one, which is just one of those sticks here. So we'll be doing it in situation. There's a notch here and the notch at the 45, as Lynn states. You can add the center rib in midair exclusively if preferred. In any case, the RHS rib capping, I have no clue what RHS rib capping is. I don't know. Will have to be added in midair, as you'd do it if building these same sort of small model airplane. Yeah, I'm not sure what the RHS means. Lynn needs to remember that I'm a rookie at this. I guess maybe it's those between those. There's other blocks here, small. They call them yeah, spacer block. So he says in situation, so I guess putting the notch, see there's some small notch here, some small notch here, and then these spacer blocks, I guess, to follow the curve of the other ones at the base. Okay, I'll just not too slow. He also says using staple seems to be the standard practice. I just forgot to do it as a parallelogram, which I figured out pretty fast because it was still moving, which basically implies that yeah, like this guy here. So you do one like this and then one like that. So then the piece can't go this way because of this one, and this one can go this way because of this guy. I guess even sharper angle would be good too. To remove these, I use a staple remover or an old chisel. Or an old chisel! Yeah, I think an old chisel was really working well. I highly advise with it. This will stop soon. There you go. So yeah, a fresh, a really good cutting seems knife like this seems to be doing really well. But I must say I've tried many different ones, and this one seems to be the best one I found. It's plastic. I think it's from a dollar store or something. But it's plastic, strangely enough, and it does not once you've got it a bit opened. So just so you don't have the piece of the tool marring or damaging this piece of wood here, I've used this guy, and then it just really well goes inside, and then you could like wiggle it, and since it's all plastic, it doesn't damage anything at all here. So it might be good also to just do one out of a piece of ABS or something, just a long strip of plastic that slowly tapers, and you just slowly push it in. I said also you could use a piece of scrap plywood under the heel, so or cardboard, to make sure that you don't damage the wood. I've also remember some probably EAA video that the guy undid all these rivets and then made the spring less strong until it was just strong enough, because now these are probably just a hair too strong because they actually embed inside. Okay, the other one, the rib cap, the rudder ribs can be constructed over the plan, which I'll be doing like right now. Please check to ensure that the lengths show on the plan will match the rudder lamination profile, or adjust the rib lengths to suit. That was very good. Thank you, Lynn. I did check. Yeah, it was great, but it's a good idea to make sure. Even more in my case, I'm changing this slightly because of the eye bolt hinge. So yeah, it's a good idea to check that this length matches the length on the plan. So the diagonal rudder stiffening item can be glued in as you assemble the rudder, again in midair. Keep checking that the fin and rudder rib alignment is true. This is easily checked visually from various angles as you proceed. Whenever you are gluing, if you use aerolite, you need to clean joint, blah blah. Well, I guess the T88 is really for super amateurs, because it seems like I could do major fuck-ups and have big gaps, and the T88 will just fill the gaps with no structural compromise whatsoever. So I guess it's for us really bad Canadians that the T88 is really good for. And I'm really glad not to use the aerolite, because it makes these dark glue lines everywhere. I must say I like the fact that this is going to end up being just clean and clear. Alright, thanks.